solving simultaneous equations. You may have seen maybe on your Instagram or TikTok, maybe not, these sort of things here. Maybe you've seen it on your parents' Facebook feeds. But essentially what these here little puzzles are simultaneous equations. You're trying to solve equations at the same time. So we've got 4 equations here, and you're trying to get the value of the apple, bananas, coconuts, so that you can then work out the final value here. But essentially these come down to simultaneous equations which could be written in algebra. So instead of writing apple, you could write A for that, or X, and go from there. We're going to learn an approach to solve some linear equations simultaneously. So if we look at 2 equations here, we've got x plus y is 10, and we've got 2x minus y equals 11. If we try to solve this on its own, we cannot get the answer. There's not one answer to it, because there are 2 variables in this one equation. So there's lots of answers. I could say that x could be 10, and if x is 10, 10 plus y would be 10, so y would have to be 0. So essentially what I'm saying is 10 plus 0 is 10. That would work. X could be 10, y could be 0. But there's other answers. X could be 9. If x is 9, 9 plus y is 10. So y would have to be 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. And we could keep going. X could be 8, y could be 2. X could be 7 and 3, 6 and 4, 5 and 5, and we can keep going. And we could also put in decimals, and we could put in negatives. There would be an infinite number of solutions to that equation. Let's label that equation, call that the first equation. If we look at this other equation, it also has 2 variables, x and y. So if you're solving it, you're going to have an infinite number of solutions too. We could, let's say x is 10. If x was 10, we'd have 2 10s is 20. 20 take away y is 11. So 20 take away what number gives 11? 20 take away 9 gives 11. So x could be 10 and y could be 9. What if x was 9? 2 9s are 18. 18 take away what number gives 11? 18 take away y is 11. 18 take away 7 would be 11. X could be 8. 2 8s are 16. 16 minus y is 11. 16 minus 5 is 11. And we can keep on going. Let's do one more. X could be 7. 2 7s are 14. 14 take away what number gives 11? 14 take away 3. And you get the idea. I'm sure you get fed up with that. But it keeps on going. There's lots of solutions for that. If you're asked to solve simultaneous equations, you're asked to find out a value for x and y that would work for both equations at the same time. So if you choose this to be the solution, 10 and 0, that works for the first equation, but it wouldn't work for the second equation. 2 10s take away 0 wouldn't give you 11. So that's not right. And same, if we chose 9 and 1 to be the solution to equation 1, that doesn't work for equation 2. In equation 2, when x is 9, y would have to be 7. So you're looking for a solution. You're looking for a value of x and y that solves both equations at the same time. And you can hopefully see that 7 and 3 would fit into both equations. And we're going to try and use an algebraic method instead of just a table and trial and error to work out the value of x and y when you're given 2 equations with 2 unknowns. You're not using trial and error in this topic. So let's try this again, and I'll teach you the method to solving them. But before I go into that technique, I have to show you something else first to help you along. Let's say 2x equals 8. If you were to solve that, you're familiar with doing the same thing to both sides. You would get x equals 4. And I'm going to move on a little bit mathematically. When we talk about doing the same thing to both sides, let's manipulate this equation here. I'm not going to try and solve it because I know x is 4, but I could manipulate it by adding 4 to both sides. On the right hand side I would get 8. But before I add on the 4 to the left hand side, I know that 4 is the same as x. X is equal to 4. So if I'm going to add the same thing to both sides, I could, instead of adding on 4, I could add on x. Why? Well, because x and 4 are the same thing. So if I've added 4 to one side, I'm actually adding 4 to the other side, because x and 4 are the same. So it would hold true that 2x equals 8, which is what we started off with, so I know it is correct. Okay, so this approach we can expand on. Let's say 2x is 8, and we know that 1x is 4. I could add both of those equations, equation 1 and equation 2. I need to leave a bit of space so I can do that. So if I got equation 1 and equation 2, I can add the left hand sides, the 3x coming from 2x plus 1x, and I can add the right hand side. 8 and 4 gives 12. Why can I do that? Well, what I'm doing to the first equation, on the left hand side I'm adding on x to get 3x, on the right hand side I'm adding on 4 to get 12. But if I add on 4 or if I add on x, they're the same thing. So even though it looks different, I'm actually adding the same thing to both sides, because the left and right are equal. So we're going to use that technique of adding equations together, and we can do that because of the equivalence. So this is a bit now you need to have this in your notes. Solving simultaneous equations. We've got two equations and we're going to try and find the value of x and y, which solves both of them at the same time. The first thing you do is you write out your equations from the textbook or from the question, and you write them below each other. This is going to be the simplest, it's not easy, but it's the simplest one that we'll look at. And then we'll build up looking at solving more complex ones later on. But provided you have got the same number of y's in the equation, forgetting about the signs for a minute, if you've got the same number of y's, and then one equation is positive and one equation is negative in the middle, you can add the equations together. Okay? And later on we'll look into more depth about that, but essentially at the minute you just need to spot if the number of y's are the same, you've got a plus in one equation and a negative in the other equation, you can add the two equations. And that will give us a new equation. So we add the left hand sides together, and when we add them, we're going to add the like terms. So we've got 1x and we add 2x. Sometimes people like to draw a line here, that's optional. But the 1x plus the 2x would give 3x. And then when you have y and you add minus y, what happens there? Let's look at it on the side. Y plus minus y. Remember, we've got the y here, and then we're adding equation 2, so the plus sign, and then equation 2 is minus y, so we're y plus minus y. If you add a negative number, it means you take it away. So y take away y is 0, which is really useful because then we have nothing here, it's blank. And on the right hand side, we've got 10 plus 11, which gives 21. And now we've got a new equation which is easier to solve. 3x equals 21. And to get the value of x, we can divide both sides by 3. And we get x equals 7. Now remember, that's only part of the solution. That only tells us what the x value is. So we need to go back and get what's the value of y. So you need to go back and look at the original equations. Choose whichever equation looks the simplest, which is equation 1. Instead of writing x, well, we can write out the equation first of all. X plus y equals 10. But we now know we've worked out the x value must be 7. So instead of x plus y equals 10, we can write 7 plus y equals 10. And then we can solve that equation by subtracting 7 from both sides to get y equals 3. So our answer is x equals 7, y equals 3. Before you finish off, you should check that works in the second equation, because we've got that y value from the first one, but just let's make sure the 7 and 3 work in the second equation. So we're going to do a check. The second equation is 2x minus y equals 11. The x value we've set is 7. The y value we've set is 3. 2 7s are 14. 14 minus 3 is 11. So I have a bit of confidence now that it is correct. So before going on to our last example for today, to summarise, if you have two equations, if the number of y's are the same, one is positive and one is negative, you can add the two equations together. Example 2, we have to solve simultaneously 3x plus 2y equals 18 and 7x minus 2y equals 22. So you should start off by labelling the equations and writing one below the other, making sure that the x's line up, the y's line up, and the number lines up at the end. We then look at our equations and we check, are the number of y's the same? They are, they're both 2y, and one is positive and one is negative. And if that's the case, we can add the two equations, 1 plus 2, to give a third equation. Now make sure you are labelling and doing all of this. It might seem simple and you don't need to at the minute, but it's going to get complicated later on, and if you're not doing it from the start, you're going to make a mess moving forward. So make sure you show all the method exactly as shown in the examples here. If we add the 3x and the 7x, we get 10x. If we add the 2y, and we're adding the equation, so we're adding 2y with negative 2y, and just write out the side just to show you what happens. If you're adding the negative 2y, you're actually doing 2y take away 2y, and that is 0. So that disappears. No y term here, it'll be 0, and then 22 plus 18 gives 40. And that's actually why we add the two equations, why I'm telling you to use this technique. If the number of y's are the same, and one is positive and negative, when you add the equations, the y's will disappear, and it means you can solve it. If 10x is 40, divide both sides by 10 to get x is 4. And then we need to know what the y value is. So go back to one of the equations, equation number 1. Look at it, it looks easier. So we've got 3x plus 2y equals 18. I'll just write the second one out as well while I'm here. 7x minus 2y equals 22. So we worked out that x was 4. So we put in 3 4's plus 2y equals 18. That means 12 plus 2y is 18. If we want to solve that to get y, we'd take 12 off both sides. So 2y would equal 6. And if 2y is 6, divide both sides by 3 to get that x, divide both sides by 2 to get x is 3. So we've got our solution there. We've got the solution that x is 4 and y is 3. So you'd write it down, x equals 4, y equals 3. So you're not looking for it, because it's put it all together. Now, I would always check that that works in the other equation too. So here's the second equation. If I've got it right, it should work. If x is 4, that would be 7 4's, and if y is 2, that would be, if y is 3, that would be 2 3's. So is 7 4's is 28 minus 2 3's, which is 6, equal to 22? It is, so I know I've got it spot on.